Okay, hi everyone. Okay, my name is Bisola, and today I'll be speaking on um the state of AI-driven cybersecurity, the trends, challenges, and opportunities. So basically, I'm going to be making an introduction where I just talk about the motivation, the background to the presentation and why AI or why AI driven cybersecurity solutions and also the motivation for the talk. So first of all, it's no news that AI is transforming every sector, and the cybersecurity sector is no exception. And some of the things that we now see in cybersecurity sector is that the traditional methods keep struggling, and AI over time, or as we see it now, has helped to improve threat detection, real-time analysis, and also incident response. Now, why AI? AI because AI models can help to process vast data, for early threat prediction and detection. And also the machine learning algorithm continuously learn and improve security measures over time. Now, the motivation for the talk is that AI over time, strengthens cybersecurity as much as we look at it in terms of detection, prediction, and also real-time analytics. But just that it has also introduced some vulnerabilities, and so we must also look at this very carefully. Just as we have the advantages of having AI-driven cybersecurity solutions, we also have the disadvantages with the maliciously trained AI models. The current trends in AI-driven cybersecurity solution, and the focal point is going to be about enhanced threat detection. Now we see the trends we have today is AI models. They can analyze security logs and user behaviors. They've helped in terms of endpoint security to detect anomaly, and we also have the AI-powered security information and event management tool, which help to detect potential threats in real time. Now, when we look at it from the aspect of predictive analytics and automation, we can see that with the help of analytics and automation, AI-driven network monitoring continuously help to spot anomalies. Now, among all of this, there's been recent developments. We can see that some of the AI models, are maliciously trained by criminals, and also there's also been the increased adoption in cybersecurity initiatives concerning AI usage. So, back to the story, we want to talk about the evolution of cybersecurity from manual to AI-driven approaches. Now, the birth of cybersecurity in 1970s, where the first computer one was introduced, the Creeper and antivirus Reaper was also introduced or was created as it is. So we also have the 1980s where there's now the rise of commercial solutions for in cybersecurity, such as antivirus and ethical hacking tools gaining traction. In the 1990s, we saw that there's now development of firewalls, the IDS, the IPS, there's the internet, there's now talk about internet security. And also in the 2000s, we can see that there's early adoption of machine learning. We're now looking at how do we train, how do we train the ML, for anomaly detection, data-driven detection, or looking at using known signature of, okay, this is how the threat is, or this is what makes a worm. And we are building that into our cybersecurity solutions to see, okay, if any of this condition is met, then this virus is a worm. This virus is a logic bomb, something like that. Then in 2000s, we can see that the integration of artificial intelligence, where we now have it in terms of malware analysis, deep learning, and so in the 2020s, such as a lot of things happen in 2020, and that has changed the perception of the world even till now. And the advanced AI and emerging challenges, where we now have federated learning for threat detection and a lot of adversarial machine learning challenges. So, oops. So, academic insight and key research papers. So, while all of this is going on, we are also, there's also been various publications, because a lot of, interest, a lot of people or researchers are beginning to pick interest in, AI-driven cybersecurity, the impact on artificial intelligence, machine learning models, and cybersecurity. And a few of those, or very notable among, is the AI potentiality and awareness, the human AI teaming in cybersecurity. And also there's the AI-powered phishing detection, enhancing email security in enterprise, written by Sparker and also Shira. So from these papers, there's the findings that talk about, AI helping to improve threat detection and response significantly by reducing the false positive. So one of the major things in cybersecurity tools and solutions is that, when even because of some of the way how the solutions are built, there's bound to be false positives, yeah, and also high false positive. But some of the findings we now have is one of the impact of AI or artificial intelligence in cybersecurity is that reduction in false positives and also enabling proactive security measures. Now, why this is also, this is very advantageous to the sector, we are beginning to see some challenges in terms of data poisoning, adversarial attacks, and even model update vulnerabilities. Now, AI models need constant training, that's for sure, so that to update, because cybersecurity threats or the threat in this sector is ever evolving, because we have people that are dedicated to creating new viruses, new malware. That's just what they do. So the threat is is ever evolving threat. It can never stop. And so AI models need constant training, updates to remain resilient against evolving cyber threats. And so, from the paper, from the research paper, we can see that there's a need for, adversarially trained AI to counter sophisticated threats, and also the explainable AI to improve transparency, trust, and ethical AI deployment. Yeah, so in terms of the adversarial learning in cybersecurity, we can see that, couple of, okay, so from what was said, from what I'd explained earlier, some of the examples of adversarial AI attacks in AI-driven cybersecurity. Now, looking at it from the angle of the disadvantages it has to the sector. Now, evasion attacks. Excuse me. So the evasion attacks involve malware that bypasses AI-based antivirus tools by altering the file structures or behaviors. Now, when you look at the evasion attacks, one of the examples to look at is the cyber ransomware, which used machine learning to, for evasion attacks, in terms of using evasion techniques to bypass AI-based detection systems. And the reason why it's able to do this, or the reason why this ransomware can do this, is because of the, employed polymorphic mode. So it's constantly changing its signature. So for AI-based detection system, it's going to be very difficult because of the polymorphic, or code that that it has. So making it very difficult for the traditional, even AI-based antivirus tools to detect. And one of also thing to look at the cyber attack is the multi-layered obfuscation technique in terms of, data segmentation, segments encryption to evade detection. And moving on to data poisoning. Now, very fundamental very notable among some of the disadvantages is data poisoning. Of course, data is good, that's what we say, yeah. So data poisoning attacks involve injecting malicious data to train AI models, incorrectly, and thereby creating whether security blind spots or creating a very, very offensive cybersecurity model. Like, for example, what happened in 2016? Excuse me. What happened in 2016 when Microsoft AI chat box, the AI chat box that Microsoft produced was poisoned by malicious user. They fed it with racist and offensive content, and within 24 hours, the Microsoft, the AI chatbots began producing highly inappropriate and offensive responses. So this incident has actually reinforced that, oh, okay, this is an aspect that we as cybersecurity professionals, or in this sector, the researchers in this sector, need to actually start paying attention to, because, excuse me, an AI that is maliciously trained, we always have, no matter the use of that AI tool or the use of that AI-driven cybersecurity solution, is going to be very offensive to people. If there's a backdoor in a cybersecurity or a solution, in a cybersecurity solution, then at the end of the day, the major use for that solution will probably not be used, or, even attackers can actually get as much data through backdoor or, through different cybersecurity attacks. So the backdoor attacks, really, one of the examples, like I was explaining, is the backdoor attacks that talks about introducing hidden cybersecurity, more like, backdoor as the way, introducing hidden cybersecurity in AI models, which can be exploited later, or creating a loophole in an AI model, so that maybe later the attacker can actually exploit that loophole and be able to maybe harvest data or create a malware, etc. And yeah, so moving on to the implications for cybersecurity research. A lot of research, as I say, that in this sector, there has to be a continuous and ever-evolving research in AI-driven, cybersecurity, the impact of artificial intelligence, machine learning in cybersecurity sector. And we can see that, okay, the importance of this research, one of the things this research is going to do for us is going to enhance resilience against evasion attacks using more robust adversarial training methods, implement data validation strategy. Data validation checks is something that's very important in cybersecurity. So to detect and prevent data poisoning in AI models, and also strengthen the backdoor detection technique. So if there's a backdoor in an AI model, or even AI, cybersecurity solution, this can be detected on time. And also the use of explainable AI to help to improve transparency and trust in cybersecurity solutions. And of course, there's also some of the key papers, that are supporting this, written by Goodwill Fellow et al., Kalini and Wagner, etc. So the opportunities and advancements in cybersecurity, when it comes to the opportunities and advancement or the advancement that artificial intelligence, as we look at it, has had on cybersecurity. And when we look at it, we're looking at it from the aspect of the defense from the blue team aspect. So in this case, the defense team, right? The defense cybersecurity subsector. That's the way to put it. And so we have the AI-driven behavioral analytics for insider threat detection and anomaly detection. In terms of, AI, we now have, with the help of AI, we are able to have behavioral analytics tool for insider threat detection and anomaly. Then also we have the automated SOC, which a lot of people are now beginning to say, we don't know how a security operations center can actually function, without humans, but we are beginning to see that play out. And also, there's also the AI-powered threat intelligence platform, that can help to analyze attack patterns and predict the future. Now, we have a lot of emerging technologies discussion that is, even in artificial intelligence or machine learning itself. But now, we now see that, we are beginning to see the impact in cybersecurity, the federated learning. Now, this will help this has helped, or it protects data privacy, while improving cybersecurity insight across a large network. So that's the distributed network. Then there's the explainable AI, which, as we know, it increases transparency, accountability in AI-driven decisions. So when a model is making decision, there has to be a reason for it. It's not just AI say, okay, this is it and that's fine. I know in cybersecurity, there has to be a reason. because we are talking of protection here, and there has to be because of how fragile the sector is. So there has to be transparency in terms of the solution. When solutions are built, there has to be transparency in the decision making of that AI solution or the AI models. Also, there's the quantum safe encryption, ensuring that AI-powered security systems, they remain resilient in the age of quantum computing, which quantum computing is a very, very evolving, security, but it's going to have a big impact, on encryption in cybersecurity. And a lot of people are beginning to look at how the impact of this, even in various sectors. Yeah. So in terms of AI-powered phishing, so you just case in point, dwelling in just one of those phishing attacks. We know like phishing attacks is one of the major attacks because it has to do with human. And we in cybersecurity, human beings are like the weakest link. Like, yeah. So because we have emotions, we see things. Sometimes we make decisions. Only us can understand the decisions we make. And we are the weakest link. So for a solution, is your input is what you get for output, right? So, but in cybersecurity, as in cybersecurity, human beings, we are actually the weakest link, and we're actually the most important asset. So at the same time, yeah. So phishing attack make up one of the 80% of, yeah, a very significant percent of the enterprise security incident, and continues to involve in sophistication, right? So, but what we've seen is that AI models, with the help of AI models, we can now achieve 96.8% detection accuracy and outperforming the rule-based, detection system we have for phishing, cybersecurity solutions. So, benefit of AI-powered phishing, detection in this case, there's real-time phishing identification. It helps to also reduce false positives, yeah, and also it also help with NLP-powered analysis. It examines so now with the airport, AI models can help examine the email headers, content, sender reputation for phishing patterns, which is something that in this case, over time, even in the course of my career, I've done it. I've had to do this very, very manually, doing the email headers analysis, sending to see, okay, is this a pattern or is this not a pattern? Is this sender? If the sender, is this a real IP address or the person is using VPN, to divert? These are the things. But if you have an AI model that can actually do this automatically, I think that will reduce the burden. And the future directions and global trends emerging research areas. Yeah, so a lot of involving discussion. So, it's something that we're looking at in terms of cyber threat intelligence. That's a subsector in cybersecurity. Yeah. Yeah. So we have like enhanced real time. It helps to enhance real time cybersecurity insights and automated response. Then there's also the advanced deception technology. So honeypot is like a deception technology that, when an attacker wants to enter like a network or, an IT environment, an organization can create like, something, a replica of that environment, and the attacker would think that, oh, that's the environment, or they've already gained access into that environment, but in the real sense, they've not gained access. So that's one of the deception technology that we have in cybersecurity, and that would actually help the organization know the tactics of that cybersecurity attacker to say, oh, okay, so if you had entered our environment, this is what you would have done, this is what you would have done. And they look in the real environment, do we have controls? Do we have solutions that are helping us to guide against these tactics or these and techniques, these attackers' techniques? So they are able to do that. So, back to advanced deception technologies, we have AI-powered honeypot and decoy systems to trap cyber criminals. This would also help. And also, blockchain is one of the very, very interesting topic to talk about. And AI and blockchain integration would actually help, in terms of data security, and would also help in security in terms of the distributed ledgers. Yeah, so I know in terms of policy and global collaboration, a lot of people, I know a lot, even ISO, that's one of the cybersecurity organizations that help to, in terms of cybersecurity standards that help, publish some of these cybersecurity standards. And, so now they're now beginning to address the AI governance in cybersecurity. So because there has to be an adoption. We can't just say, oh, because of these disadvantages, we don't want to use AI, in the sector and say, oh, okay, no, there has to be. It's something that's come to stay. AI is not going anywhere. It's just looking to say, okay, if the risk, understanding the risk and also addressing the AI governance in cybersecurity, a lot of firms are now beginning to have, they have generative AI in this case. They have generative AI, even within firm, but just that they've trained these AI models and they now have it privately within the firm. So, which is something interesting. So, and also the regulatory compliance. So, yeah. So, in conclusion, right? Yeah. So, no doubt, AI has come to stay. Just like I said, it's just in cybersecurity. Initially, there were discussions about, oh, are you sure this is not possible? Cybersecurity is a very, very fundamental to, information technology, and therefore we can't replace, AI cannot replace human beings. But as we see it, we can see that AI can actually be used in machine learning. AI can actually be used in different aspects of cybersecurity. And so it's something that we have to adopt. The revolution is here and has come to stay. Now, AI is revolutionizing cybersecurity by improving threat detection, response, and also predictive analytics in security. And challenges remain adversarial robustness, really. So in this case, is constantly training the AI models to actually, feed them with these evolving cybersecurity threats, the tactics, the techniques of the cybersecurity attackers, if the AI models are trained, so they are able to, help, for better threat detection. And also global cooperation is needed to enhance AI's responsible and effective use in cybersecurity through standards, policies, etc., that are also built into this cybersecurity solution. Yeah. So final thoughts, balancing AI-driven automation with human intelligence is very important to securing the future. Yeah. All right. Okay. Thank you very much. Am I supposed to stop sharing now?